Hello, kids. How are you? I hope that you are all doing great. By the way, for today's lesson, we are going to talk about baby animals. One more time, baby animals. So, do you like animals? Do you love them? I hope so. So, by the way, how are we going to call the baby animals? How are we going to call the baby animals? Okay, so let's start here in our vocabulary. So, I am going to show you a picture and you are going to tell me what animal is it and try to guess how to call them if they are babies, okay? So let's start here. So this is what we call dog. Dog. So how do we call a baby dog? One more time. How do we call a baby dog? We call it puppy. Puppy. Spell P U P P Y. Puppy. Puppy. Okay, very good. Now, how about this animal? What animal is this? We call it kangaroo. Kangaroo. So now, how do we call a baby kangaroo? How do we call a baby kangaroo? We call it Joey. Joey. Spell Joey. 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 Okay, very good. Now, how about this one? What animal is this? We call it cat. Cat. So now, how do we call a baby cat? How do we call a baby cat? We call it kitten. 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 One more time. Kitten. Kitten. Okay, great. Now, how about this one? We call this one chicken. Chicken. And how do we call a baby chicken? How do we call a baby chicken? We call it chick. 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 Okay, now how about this one? Now, how do we call a baby monkey? How do we call a baby monkey? We call it infant. Infant. So now spell Infant. 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 Okay, great. And now, how about this one? What animal is this? It is called rabbit. Rabbit. And we call the baby rabbit, we call it. Do you have any idea? Okay, so how do we call a baby rabbit? How do we call a baby rabbit? We call it bunny. Bunny. Okay, there you go. And now, how about this one? What animal is this? It has a long neck. We call it giraffe. Giraffe. And how do we call the baby giraffe? We call it calf. Calf. Okay, C-A-L-F. C-A-L-F. Calf. Okay, and now how do we call a baby horse? How do we call a baby horse? We call it foal. Foal.
Foal.
Foal. Okay, there you go. So now, how about this one? What animal is this? We call it wolf. Wolf. So now, how do we call a baby wolf? How do we call a baby wolf? We call it cub. Cub. C-U-B. Cub. Okay, there you go. So now let's review the baby animals that we learned. So in here, I am going to show you the picture and you are going to tell me how to call it if they are babies, okay? Let's start. So, how do we call a baby kangaroo? How do we call a baby kangaroo? We call it Joey. Joey. And how do we call a baby chicken? How do we call a baby chicken? We call it chick. Chick. Okay. Now how about this one? How do we call a baby cat? How do we call a baby cat? We call it kitten. Kitten. Okay, very good. Okay, so now how about this one? How do we call a baby monkey? How do we call a baby monkey? We call it infant. Infant. Okay. And how about this one? How do we call a baby wolf? Okay, so there are three there, right? So we call it cubs. Cubs. Okay. So if it's only one, we say cub. But if there are three, two, or more than, we call it cubs. Okay? So now, how do we call a baby horse? How do we call a baby horse? We call it foal. Foal. Okay, now how about this one? How do we call a baby dog? How do we call a baby dog? We call it puppy. Puppy. Okay, there you go. So now, how about a baby rabbit? How do we call a baby rabbit? We call it bunny. Bunny. Okay, there you go. So now, how do we call a baby giraffe? How do we call a baby giraffe? We call it calf. So now, let's move on to the next one. So look at this dog. So the dog is going to announce something. Okay, the dog will tell us something. So let's see. So now there are animals that we also call calf if they are babies, not only giraffe. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Let's check them out. Okay, so we have elephant. So the baby elephant is also called calf. Also cow. And we also have reindeer and camel. Okay, so these were animals when they are babies, they are also called calf. Again, let's read elephant, elephant, cow, cow, reindeer, reindeer, camel, camel. Also for cub, we have bear, bear, and tiger, tiger, fox, fox, and lion. Again, we have bear, tiger, fox, and lion. So when they are baby, they are also called cub. Okay? Okay. Now, what should we do with the animals? What should we do with the animals? We should protect the animals, right? We should protect the animals. Also, we should love the animals. So, for example, when it is raining, we can cover them with umbrella. Okay. And also, when they are hungry, they are thirsty, we should give them food and water, right? We should not kick the animals. We should not hurt the animals. We should love the animals. We should take good care of the animals. And we should not kill them, right? Okay, so by the way, that's all for today and goodbye. See you again next time, okay? Bye bye.